Are you a sales shark? Can you sell ice to the people in Antarctica? Can you sell shoes to fishes and mermaids? Me neither. That's not what this video is about.
Okay, I could sell anything. Shit, I could sell Louis to a convent full of nuns, get them so horny they'd be
There
fucking
you go.
okay. I can sell anything.
That's the attitude. You can sell anything.
sell
Sell me
anything.
this fucking pen right here. You can sell anything, sell that.
Go ahead. Sell me that pen. Can I finish eating first? I'm eating tonight.
This video is about how to create a SaaS product that sells itself so you don't have to do sales and no one else from your team. But first, let's talk about the traditional SaaS sales funnel, the one that is used to acquire enterprise customers. The traditional funnel has 4 steps. Now, you might have seen other funnels, there are some more complex ones, but we're gonna keep it simple in this video. So the traditional funnel would be something like, the first stage is awareness. And in awareness, you would do a cold outreach via email or LinkedIn or whatever, or maybe they find you through an ad or some organic content. The second stage would be interest. It would be a demo or a call. Maybe they have a sales call, maybe they have a demo with your sales representative. Either way, someone is talking to them to explain about the product and alleviate their concerns and kind of help them figure things out. The third step would be the decision step. In this step, they actually start kind of negotiating with your sales representative about the price, about the features they need, about the special customizations that they require. And again, this is kind of expected because they are enterprise customers usually, and it is a higher point sale, a higher close. And step 4 is the step of action. That is when they actually pay. They hand out their credit card or PayPal or whatever, and they sign up to your service. They become a paying customer. You close the sale, woohoo! But do you agree with me that doing that for every customer you want to acquire is a lot? That means you need at least one person who is dedicated to sales, and as I've mentioned, not all of us like doing sales. Not all of us are good at it, and this is something that can kind of block you from moving forward with your SaaS. So how do you create a product that sells itself? In the flow I just went through, a person is required. You have to have someone talk to your customers because they are, like I mentioned, closing a bigger deal and they need someone to kind of help them figure out, to help alleviate their concerns about the product and also explain to them how to move forward with the product. A lot of the times in step 4, the action step, you would have to take the customer by hand and show them around the product, show them how to set things up, how to migrate from different products, how to get started using everything easily. This step is basically not built into the product because these are usually more customizable and advanced products. And that's fine, but that's not what we're here to build today. So when you are trying to sell a large ticket item and to close a big deal, you have to have someone in person. You have to have someone to answer all of your potential customers' questions and to take them through the process and make sure they make the right decision. I think the classical example would be real estate. You cannot buy a house without someone taking you through the process, taking you through thinking it over, seeing if it's a good price or not, if you're making a good decision, are there hidden fees, are there issues with the property, etc, etc, etc. But lucky for us, when we are talking about a SaaS product, that is not necessarily the case. You can build a SaaS product that basically sells itself. And now, I know that was a long prequel to the whole thing, but we are getting to the point. I wanted us all to be on the same page. How do you build a self-selling SaaS product? There are 4 main principles to building a self-selling SaaS product, and I will go over them with you in just a second. But first, pay attention to this because this is the most important part. This is what kind of compensates all of these 4 principles. And that is, do not build your product for the enterprise customers. Yes, you heard it right. I've just said that selling these high-ticket customers, these high-ticket items, takes some sales. You cannot avoid it in most cases. So if you build your product with enterprise customers in mind, you're in a pinch. You have to do sales. You have to talk to them. You have to get them acquired with the product and familiar with it before they start. More than that, the enterprise customers, they want to see a product with some social proof. They want to see other customers, preferably large customers, who have used your product in the past and recommend it. And you can't really do that if you're just starting out. That makes a new product all the more difficult to sell, especially to the bigger clients. Last point is that they expect some customization. They are willing to pay a lot. Money is usually not the main decision factor. They are willing to pay you a lot, but they want you to do everything that they need and want. And that makes you from a SaaS founder that works on their SaaS to kind of being someone who chases these customers and willing to do changes to the product that don't always make sense just so you can please these customers and get them in the product and get them to be your customers. So the solution is, do not build for the enterprise ones. Don't even think about them in the beginning. Instead, what you should do is build a product that fits all sizes of customers. Think about your customer profile. Maybe your ideal one is the enterprise, but think about the lowercase version of the enterprise. Think about the enterprise customers when they just started. Who are they? What do they want? What is their price sensitivity? And build your product in a way that fits the entire tier. So now here is how you actually do that. First, you need to build your product with pricing that fits all sizes. The best way to do that is by using usage-based pricing. If you do usage-based, then you can actually charge each client, each customer, according to how much they use your product or what they need. I'll give an example from one of our products, Reconvert. In Reconvert, we charge according to the number of orders a store has each month. So if a store is small, they're not gonna pay anything. If they're big, they're gonna pay more. That way, we can fit ourselves to the small, medium, and large customers, and we make sure that we don't overcharge or undercharge anyone. If you don't do that, if you set your prices super high or super low for everyone, what you would have to do is actually build customized prices for different types of customers, which means you have to do sales, you have to talk to them, there's a manual process here. We don't want that, we want to eliminate the manual process, and the best way to do that is to fit your pricing in a flexible way from day one.
Maximum extermination! Exterminate!
Principle number 2 is to build a self-service onboarding. This is crucial. If you want a product that sells itself, if you want a product you don't have to talk to each customer you acquire for, you have to let them start on the product without you. You have to have an onboarding that is so easy and so simple that customers don't have to reach out to you. Some of them still will, but then most of them will not, and you can just have a support agent answer any questions that they have. But if you have a complex onboarding process where they have to do a lot of things, take a lot of steps, and it's kind of technical, you will likely have to help them. Again, I'm going to give an example from our product. We have a few products, but let's talk about two of them. One is Reconvert. In Reconvert, we have a one-click activation. Basically, they go into the product, they install it on their Shopify store, and in a click, that's it. They published everything. All they have to do is choose the discount percentage that they are willing to give, and then in one click, we publish everything for them with their discounts. That is super easy. If they do want to, they can customize it. They can do a lot of things. But if they don't, if there's someone who just wants to use the best practices, they can do it in a click. It's not possible for every product, but I would highly recommend you see if it's possible for yours. On the other hand, we have another product. The name is Shipping Tags. This is the first product we've ever launched, and it does shipping rates, shipping calculation for the checkout. This is a very complex area. No matter how simple and easy we tried to make it, we couldn't, because each store has completely different requirements there, and a lot of the times they get confused, they are not sure what to do. And so when it comes to shipping, it's really difficult to create a one-size-fits-all onboarding, which makes it super complex. Which means that even though it is a self-service product, we usually have to be involved for each and every customer. Every new customer talks to our support to get some help figuring how to set everything up. And that's not ideal, that's not what we want. To get this done, you can use guided tools. There's a lot of apps out there now that allow you to do that for your product, or you can build something in the product. You can use a lot of help section articles and videos embedded in the product, and ideally do a guided onboarding where they don't have many options, where they have 1 or 2 buttons in each screen and they can do next or back, and that's it. Help them figure things out in the beginning, learn how to use the product, and then show them the full dashboard where they can do whatever they want. Principle number 3 is to offer a free trial. Free trial could be a week, it could be 2, it could be a month. It really depends on your product and how long it takes for customers to see value. This is super important. Your free trial should end after your customers have seen the value from the product. If it takes a month for your customers to see value from your product and you end the free trial after 7 days, they need to make the final decision on whether or not they want to pay you before they actually saw the value from that. And that is a surefire way to lose customers before they even became paying ones. Ideally, create the free trial in a way that customers don't even have to give you their credit card to complete onboarding and can only start paying and give you their credit card card once they finish the free trial. If you can't for some reason, that's also okay. Just make sure you offer a free trial, at least in the beginning, until you're like a product with a very well-known name, and then maybe you can skip it. We like to offer a free trial. If you trust your product and you believe that it's a good one, then you have nothing to lose if you offer the free trial. I've said free trial so many times now, haven't I? Number 4 is to work on strong marketing. Just because you're not doing sales doesn't mean you don't have to do marketing. You always have to do marketing, even if you are doing sales as well. So you want to build a strong marketing foundation to make sure that customers are reaching your landing pages and your website, your app store listing, whatever it is. You want customers to get there. And in order to do that, you need to take care of the awareness stage. You need them to see you through PPC, organic content, social media, whatever it is. Do whatever you need to do to get customers aware and into your website. Once they are there showing interest, you can turn them into leads and then turn them into customers with some automatic processes like mailing lists, free resources, or even just a plain sign up option, sign up button on the website for the free trial. If you want to learn a little more about marketing, this is not really something I'm gonna go in depth into here, but I did film recently a video talking about 3 tactics to market your SaaS for pretty much free. If you're just beginning, that actually worked for us, go ahead and check it out. It's gonna be somewhere in the cards or maybe linked below. So once they are in the website, you can turn them into leads and you can turn them into customers. This is the automatic process. They hear about you, they see that the pricing is right, they sign up for the free trial, they like the product, they start paying. So as promised, what does the sales funnel look like when you create your product in a way that sells itself without you being involved? First stage is awareness. They're gonna find you pretty much the same way that they would have in a sales process, through ads, full content marketing, social media, any kind of way that you can spread the word out about your product and get them to your website. Step 2 is interest, which is them reaching your landing page, maybe signing up to your mailing list, showing some interest in the product. Step number 3 is the decision making. This is where they actually decide to use your product. They don't have to be paid customers yet. Maybe they sign up for the free trial, maybe they're using some of the free tools that you're offering, and maybe they're using some of the tools you share in your email marketing. Taking some actions there. Either way, they're showing interest. You have not been involved yet. And then the 4th step is action. This is where they turn into paid customers. They finish their free trial, they are happy with the product, and they upgrade. Where would you have to be involved? If they leave, if they decide during the free trial or after the free trial that they're not happy with the product and they churn. And in this case, you can take some actions to bring them back. If you want us to do a video about how we do that right now, let us know in the comments below. I would love to talk about it, but this video is running way too long anyway, and YouTube doesn't really like that, so we'll make a separate one. Let me know in the comments. So this is how you create a product that sells itself, but it's not enough. You need to make sure your product is actually good. And how do you do that? You need to make sure your product reaches market fit, or at least close to it. How do you get that done? This video talks all about market fit and how we reach that. And if you want something else, this is what YouTube thinks you should watch. Bye, I'll see you in the next video.